Hello, Spontaneans. It's Paul here. Before we begin the episode, I just wanted to give you a quick note about the sound. The sound is not bad. It's just different. In the improv portion, we're using different microphones than we're using in the interview portion. In the interview, we're using handheld mics, talking directly into them. For the improv portion, we're using floor mics. These are mics that are mounted on the floor that are just picking up all our voices. And so obviously the clarity is not quite the same, but you can still hear everything that's going on in the improv. And it's still a very funny episode that I think you'll enjoy. But just in case you feel like you might want to turn up the improv portion just a couple notches, not too much, because at certain points, just a couple, we do use the handheld mics again, but it shouldn't blow your brain out of your ear or anything like that, which that's happened to people. So there you go. Just know that after the second ad break, we switch to those floor mics. And so it's a difference in sound fidelity. Okay? With that said, enjoy this episode of Spontaneanation, recorded live at the Fox Cabaret in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, with special guests, the Sunday Service. Welcome to you. Welcome to you. Welcome all of ye to this place called Spontaneanation. What is it though, if you had to say what it was? People have pondered that for the centuries. No one really knows what a show is, how it starts, how it comes to be, who decides if it continues to happen or stops happening. Shows are like a force of nature. You know what nature is, right? Lightning and shit. Have you ever been scared of lightning? It's raining here right now, ladies and gentlemen. Lightning could get into this room. How many of you have metal in your faces? Lightning loves that shit. Can you imagine if you had to explain that to someone? If like you got a burn up face. And people are like, hey, your face seems all burn up. I hope it's not rude, but what happened? And you say, I had a bunch of piercings, and it was raining outside. I thought I was safe inside. But just as Jeff Goldblum told us, lightning finds a way. Do you ever feel that the people in Jurassic Park were not sufficiently amazed by the dinosaurs? I know it's a movie and everything, but they got used to it awfully fast. No one went insane. Wouldn't they, in real life, wouldn't one person just be like, no! This cannot be! Just drool coming out of their mouths. They never explored the religious aspect of it. That's the movie I really wanted to see. They're confronting fundamentalist Christians with these dinosaurs. Huh? Now what do you say? I take it all back. How about those people who are like, there was dinosaurs in caveman times? We all know that's not true, despite what the Flintstones tried to tell us. The Flintstones was a success. Why weren't there more caveman cartoons? They tried, remember when they tried it with dinosaurs? That sitcom? Yeah, you know why that didn't work?
We wanted to see the dinosaurs be things that talked occasionally, like in the Flintstones. We don't want to see the dinosaurs being in charge, wearing Letterman jackets and stuff. It's weird. I want to see a dinosaur being a record player. Then the dinosaur like play the record, and then when no one was watching, the dinosaur would be like, "It's a living." Who's paying this dinosaur? What was the system? When I think of shows like Star Trek, I said it wrong on purpose. Like, in the future, there's just no money anymore. Is that what we're led to believe? And then they go to a bar, and then just open bar. It's weird that they had a bar in the later Star Trek and not the one that was in the 60s. Where you think in the 60s, people would just be like madmen, just like walking around with drinks all the time in space. Oh, that would have been a great show, right? If the original Star Trek had booze in it all the time, and they were constantly introducing aliens to alcohol. Like, oh, we have a thing called scotch. You ought to try it, lizard man. I don't know, guys. Sometimes I wonder if we'll ever get to Star Trek times. At the rate we're going. There was an episode of Star Trek that was supposed to teach us about racism and how dumb it is. But by the way, I'm not arguing that point. It's dumb. I'm not here to argue for racism. But they had an episode where these two people didn't like each other. They were from different races. And they were both... See if you can understand what the point was. These people were black on one side and white on the other side. Like paint on their faces, right? And then the other race of people was black on the other side and white on the other side. And they were at war with each other. And Captain Kirk is like, "Don't you see how ridiculous you are?" It's like, are you talking to the writers of the show? Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins. I am the second part. Thank you. We're here in front of a live audience in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. So much pride. It is my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce to you our improvisers this evening. Let me tell you what the show is. I come out here, I do what I just did. That's over. I introduce you to some improviser pals of mine. Then I have a conversation with a guest that is starts with a blind question from our previous episode's guest, free-form conversation. Then we do a narrative improv that is one continuous story. Make sure we get that guy's order. Turn up the mics. And it is all scored on piano by Mr. Eban Schletter. That's him over there. Playing a borrowed keyboard. I never thought I'd live to see the day. Let me introduce to you our first improviser pal of the evening. Say hello to Ryan Beil. Please, Ryan.
Thanks, Paul. Hi, everybody. How are you doing?
Ryan, thank you.
How are you doing? Sorry.
What are you yelling
I'm
at?
just revving him up.
Were you being your own hype man?
Yes.
We're sitting very close to
And
each
I
other.
don't mind. In fact, if you move away now, it'd be too big a gesture.
I know. I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan,
Decorum.
the last time we sat this close to each other was when you did the Dead Authors podcast.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Ryan played Lucy Maud Montgomery. Where are my Anne of Green Gables fans at?
People love it up here.
They really do.
Or they're lying.
Really holds up, apparently.
Yeah.
What was the basic story of her?
Well, she's an orphan, right? She's an orphan. And
Probably.
She has to deal with that, and also the rural life of being in Upper Canada, Lower Canada, Upper Canada, the Maritimes.
I think it was Upper.
The Maritime.
Hey, guys. We can't scream about Anne of Green Gables. We'll never get anything accomplished.
Yeah.
Prince Edward Island, right? Okay.
But she also wrote what, like Wind at My Back? No. That was a CBC show. It had a similar feel.
But not based on a classic novel, perhaps.
No.
Just
Well,
written
perhaps. I'm not going to defer to them anymore. They're angry
They
with
seem
me.
to know their shit, though.
Exactly. That's why I shan't defer. Yeah.
You're not an orphan, right?
No, not even by a long shot. Two parents. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And they birthed me, they made me, so they say.
Still alive?
Both of them, yes.
Oh, interesting. Must be nice.
So sorry. I mean, I wish they were dead. And a lot of times I wish they were dead.
So, Ryan, you're wearing a toque.
Thank you. Thank you for asking. I kept it on so we'd have something to talk about, actually.
Ryan offered that backstage as a great conversation starter.
I said I'm going to keep the toque on so we have something to talk about. But we were also talking about the Monkees.
That's
And
true.
We remember in the Monkees.
Oh, sorry, the band.
Yeah. Not the Monkees that are so official that they're the Monkees.
Yeah.
But the band, Mike Nesmith, who really played lead guitar, he wore a toque all the time, was his trademark.
That's true.
Yeah.
A little pom-pom
Pom-pom on the top, bit of a surfer toque.
Now, is that what it was? A surfer toque?
Unsure, not gonna ask you guys. Don't.
Your pattern seems to be you throw something out with all confidence
Yeah.
and then you instantly back off of it.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Do you surf yourself?
I've tried surfing once when I was in Hawaii with my parents, who are both still alive, yes. And I rented a surfboard. And the thing about when you learn to surf is you have to. It's easier to learn if you get a big, long board. It's just easier to get up.
Like the old great kahunas of the past.
Exactly. King Kamehameha.
Yeah.
Well, you know the Hawaiian monarchy.
Sure.
Yeah. But it was ridiculous because when I was a teenager, I looked like a Muppet. And I remember hauling this board back that I rented on my own volition to the hotel where we were staying, and a group of bros in a Jeep gave it to me as we walked by. I don't remember specifically what they said. I wish I did, but it you know, like how long's your board, how little's your body, sort of was the ratio of the...
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, see, why didn't those bros admire you for taking a chance and trying to do something that was difficult?
Yeah. I don't know. You'd have to ask them, and they're here tonight.
Oh, bros!
No.
Maui bros.
I invite them to all my shows in hopes that one day they'll accept me.
Do you ever think you'll surf again, Ryan?
Well, you know, we have here in BC Tofino, which is on the other side of Vancouver Island.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
It's a town, and it's on the other side of Vancouver Island, which is the island that nests beside us here in Vancouver. And over there, you're looking just at open ocean, so you get big waves, but you got to use a wetsuit because it's cold.
Can I tell you something? When you said Tofino, I was a little disappointed because I thought it was going to be a dessert.
Yeah. Sorry. No, it's a place. But I don't know if I'll surf again. I have no idea. I mean, the world is my oyster in a lot of ways. Yeah.
Do you have any desire to ever surf again?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, that would
Have you surfed?
No, never. I have boogie boarded.
Hey, that's the working man surfboard.
Well, surfers look down.
Hey, I don't got to stand. You know? I find the boogie. You and your kids and your stand-up board. There.
If you got time to lean, you got time to clean.
Absolutely. I've body surfed too, which is just getting hauled in by the waves.
That's right. But there's a trick to it.
Is there?
If you, well, no, I'm not going to tell you what the trick is. I'm saying
Well, it sounded like you were.
I'm saying it's not as simple as just getting hauled in by the waves. It's
Right.
difficult to do. When you can do it, though, you feel as if you're making the ocean work for you, which is all we ever want to do, is have mastery over this thing that wants to smash everything.
Absolutely.
The ocean seems pretty chill until it gets to the shore. And then it's like, fuck you.
Yeah, it's like, I want to keep going.
Why is this here?
Yeah.
Ryan, go sit down.
Bye.
Ryan Beil. I see you over there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Kevin Lee. Kevin, please have a seat and a microphone.
Thank you.
Kevin.
So many things in my hands.
You do. You have a water bottle.
That's right.
And you have a microphone. Were you afraid there was not going to be water out here for you to drink?
Okay, there's a lot of water there. Yeah, I just wanted to get ready and claim one for myself. I don't know.
Do you get dehydrated during improvs?
No, I usually get super hydrated right before, and then have to pee during the whole thing.
Do you feel that fuels your creativity?
We'll see. I do a lot of pee scenes. The scene where I just say everything with the letter P. No, it's totally unintentional and poor planning every time.
Do you feel like it has gotten very hot on the stage all of a sudden?
Yeah. Is it that apparent?
No, I'm feeling it myself.
Yeah, well, you're wearing a nice blazer, and I'm wearing
Thank you.
thick thing. Yeah, very beautiful.
You're wearing a plaid,
Plaid?
literally polo shirt because it's made by the makers of polo clothing.
That's right. They make it 2 horses astride while playing polo, and they stitch it
2 horses astride.
to one another. This is what the sales lady
A horse
told me.
on top of a horse?
Yeah, horse on top of a horse, and they.
What are you talking about? You're saying the
It's so
polo
hot.
logo is a horse riding another horse playing polo?
I have to pee so bad. But only this much.
Kevin! Kevin, how tall are you?
I'm a 6'1" and some stuff.
Now this is...
Well, I don't want to be
This
like
is
a kid who's like, I'm 13 3/4. Like, I'm 6'1" and 3/4.
Are you 6'1"? I'm...
Something like that.
Yeah, that's allowed.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'8" and 3/4.
Nice. Yeah.
Were you tall as a child?
No, I was short and chubby, and then I got tall and chubby.
Did you have a spurt?
A couple.
You had a growth spurt, then you had a fat spurt.
yeah, definitely.
When did you become the height that you are? Was it after high school or was it during high school?
It was during high school. Yeah, it was probably like grade 10 or something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Was that the normal time?
I think it's different for different people.
Yeah, right? When did you get your height?
I think I had my spurt
Yeah.
between sophomore and junior year.
Okay.
Yeah. And I grew probably like 5 inches.
Oh, yeah. That's a good spurt.
It's pretty
That's
good.
a solid spurt there, Paul.
A solid spurt.
Yeah.
What is the shortest you think you will ever be?
Oh, that's a great question.
Because you lose height as you get older.
That's correct.
Now, I don't know. Is it like you actually shrink or do you get just stooped over?
I'm going to get very stooped over.
You think you will?
I've already started. If I probably extended to my full height, I'd probably be like 8 feet tall. I think my spine
quite a
just
claim.
does this into my head.
What about, are you going to get them gravity boots?
I don't get them gravity boots if I trust gravity. Keep going in the same way.
You don't want to defy it sometimes?
No, it's my Lord and Savior, Gravity Christ. I don't know.
When's the last time you were upside down? And don't lie.
Oh. I think it's probably either on a roller coaster or on a keg stand.
There we go.
Or both.
Have you ever done a keg stand?
Yeah, once.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really?
Have you?
No.
Oh.
Look at me. What is that like? Guide me through that experience.
It's really humiliating. It's like a thing that you do, like all things, for peer pressure, and
Right.
you're upside down, and people are like, chug, and they're just spraying beer into the back of your throat, and it's just coming straight back out again, and you're like, oh, I'm a partying. Women will like me now. As my shirt flips up, my belly's like, mirror. And it's like, they get a full upside down view of a not good situation. Yeah, it's a lot worse upside down. Yeah. Not good.
Kevin, go sit down.
Okay.
Kevin Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Reed. Aaron, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me and us.
You're wearing color block shirt.
Yeah.
It's got distinct blocks of color.
Big chunks.
Now, instead of the Garth Brooks style,
Yeah.
where it's like there's a color over here and then the quadrant here is a different color. This is like a Neapolitan ice cream setup where it's like three distinct. Do you wish that the bottom layer matched up with the top of the sleeves? Oh, a lot of people here do. All right.
Oh, so this was blue?
Yeah. Well,
It's blue all the way down.
it's blue all the way down.
Yeah.
But let me see if you stand. Does the blue correspond with the? Take it easy, guys. Jesus. It comes so close. Cause see, no, it's not close at all. I thought it was. And then the green extends down here. Oh, Aaron. Oh, Aaron.
It's a great shirt.
It puts me in mind of the American Southwest.
Ah, the old sand and moon.
That's exactly right. Have you ever spent any time there? Like in an Arizona or a New Mexico?
Yeah. Arizona, Phoenix, Tucson,
Two more.
San Diego.
I'll allow it. Because you are in a band sometimes.
Sometimes.
You travel all over the place.
Sometimes.
Do you ever sleep in a tour bus?
Yeah, we did that once.
It's nice when you're in your little coffin.
Well, yeah, it was weird because you do shows and then you have to stay up till like 6 in the morning and then you start driving at like 7, so you end up going to bed at 7. And
Wait.
yeah.
Why do you have to stay up till 6 in the morning?
Well, you don't have to, but you do.
Ah.
Yeah.
Because the rock and roll lifestyle.
Yeah, you gotta be a bad boy. Gotta drink, gotta fight.
You don't strike me as a fighter. When's the last time you were in a fist fight?
Fist fight, like, okay, is it where I am also blowing fists or where I am just being punched?
I'm going to say where you are an active participant and not just a victim.
Probably in high school, and my sister and I fought on a hill. And she poked me in the eye and made me cry in front of my best friend.
In high school?
Yeah, she's wearing flares at the time.
How does that factor in?
I don't know, it's just cool. It was a cool touch. She wore her good pants and she didn't know she was gonna fight.
So did you have the fight first and then the eye poke happened as a finishing move?
Yeah, the eye poke stopped it all. It was
Sure,
like,
that
it's gone
fucking
too
hurts.
far. Yeah, it really hurt.
Too far.
My new best friend.
Did she regret it?
No, I don't know. She's a very nice person, so probably haunts her.
Was that the only time you guys had a physical altercation?
My older sister used to summon me and my twin sister to the basement, and she would step on our backs. Like to crack our backs, but it was really painful, and I would, like, my sister would go first, and she'd be like, "Ah!" And then I would be watching, and then at one point, one of us would go like, "This has to stop." And,
What? So this was not a thing you wanted her to do?
no, I mean, it was vaguely advertised as like cracking your back, which sounded cool, but then the process was horrifying.
But more than once this happened.
Yeah, this is like a regular occurrence.
And then eventually, did you guys have to band together and say, we will not let you do this to us anymore?
I think my older sister got bored.
It's like some Game of Thrones shit. Now, but you're on good terms with her now, I
Oh,
hope.
yeah. Yeah, she's got a baby. I'm
She got
kind.
a baby?
I'm kind to the baby. I'm kind to her.
How old is the baby?
Almost 1.
Will you tell the baby the stories of the back cracking?
Yeah.
Yeah. You should.
Yeah.
What if she wants to crack that baby's back? What are you going to do?
I'm not. It's mom. His mom.
You wouldn't step in if you saw your
I'd
sister.
step in. Yeah, I would step in. It was
Not even 1 year old, Aaron.
I would. Oh, 1 year. Yeah. I mean, I'd step in. But if it was a teen, I'd be like, I don't know.
Because that teen is old enough to fight back.
Okay, then I'd step in regardless. Just all around, I'm stepping in.
You say you have a twin sister?
I do.
Fraternal?
Yep, fraternal.
I guess that's the only way, right? If you're
Yeah.
going to be of different genders.
Yeah.
But do you look alike?
No.
Not at all.
No, we did when we were babies. We both had bleach blonde mullets and matching coveralls.
But your hair was not actually bleached. It was just blonde. You were born blonde.
It was just like white blonde. You know, like the ghost from the first, Poltergeist?
Sure.
The one that comes out? That white.
I don't actually remember that ghost.
It's like a big, long witch.
A big long witch. Do people remember this ghost? Okay. First of all, you're here as a guest of someone else. You're a birthday entourage person. Also, it's someone's birthday in the audience.
Oh. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jessica. Happy birthday to you. Aaron, go sit down. Aaron, read. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to say this fun name, Taz Van Rassel. Taz, have a seat. Taz.
Hi, Paul.
What's your full first name?
Tasman.
And what's that all about? Where'd it come from?
Depends who's asking me.
It's me.
Okay. If it's you, you're cool. So I would tell you my mom had a dream.
Really? This sounds like the lie that you tell to other people who are not cool.
No, to people I still don't want to get into it with, I tell them my dad is Australian, which is also true.
That's also true.
And Abel Tasman discovered Tasmania and
Right.
the Tasman Sea, but it's mostly my mom had a dream.
What was her dream?
She was really into fantasy books.
Oh, sure. I think I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Ooh la la.
She had a dream. If I was a girl, I would have been Tamison.
Okay.
I don't know why that's gender.
Wait.
Yeah.
So she had the dream where you were going to be a girl, and then she had the name all picked out. She dreamed the name.
I think she had two dreams.
Take that, Martin Luther King.
I could have.
Did she read
My mom is important.
Where's her day?
Yeah.
What did she read like Narnia and stuff like that?
She read what's the one? This audience is savvy as fuck. So, what's the one where the people ride the dragons?
Dragon Riders.
Yeah.
Dragon Riders of Pern.
Andre Norton, right?
I don't know. Is it Pern?
They ride
It
the
is
dragons,
Pern.
but they also like plug the dragons into their bodies.
Ew. That's Avatar.
No, it's not Avatar.
That
It's
did
Andre
happen in
Norton.
Avatar,
Just fucking
though.
look it up. It's Andre Norton. I'm right, audience. My mom is a hero.
So these Dragon Riders, they would ride dragons, and then they would talk about it, I guess?
I don't know this much about it. I'm so
Were you
sorry.
ever curious to read any of the stuff that inspired her? Was it around the house when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. I read none of it.
Did she have a van with dragons airbrushed on the side?
No, there were a lot of dragons and crystals in the house.
Were there really?
Yeah, still are.
Was your dad into this stuff at all, or no? He didn't care.
No, he was just a bus driver.
He just wanted to drive his bus, come home, read the paper in peace. Let's get a handle on our bottles, guys. Let's just get a handle on it. Remember where we are in space? When we put our bottle down, we remember where we left it. We're conscious of where our feet are in relation to our bottles. and we conduct ourselves like proper ladies and gentlemen. All right. Are you scared of dragons if they're real? Don't wriggle out of this.
Yeah, no, I'd have to really experience it to understand.
Come on, Taz.
What kind of question is that? It's a hypothetical.
If dragons are real and they're flying around breathing fire, are you scared of them or are you like, this is great?
It's not a real question because it doesn't exist yet.
I asked it.
All right, they're flying around, they're breathing fire.
Yeah.
Are they lighting things on fire?
I'll say this. They're not trying to set stuff on fire.
Okay. So they're not in control.
Well, they're
like a hippo's not trying to kill a man because it's in its river. but it's in its river, so it's like, God, this is my neighborhood.
That hippo, well, here's the thing. That hippo is trying to kill that person.
Okay.
For sure.
But this dragon is not trying to kill a man.
That's just doing its thing.
Okay.
And so it's like breathing fire, and then sometimes a building will catch on fire.
I've done no wrong. I'm into it.
What if you're in a building that set afire by dragon fire?
So be it.
That's just it for you? You let it happen.
Live and let live.
What if the dragons can talk, but they're dumb? Like they can speak, but they say dumb shit.
Like what accent?
I guess whatever region they live in.
Okay. Good work.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cool. Like they're dumb. Like I don't want to talk to them at a party.
Oh, not at all. It's the last thing you want to do is get stuck with a dragon who's talking to you.
Then I'd avoid them at all costs. I'd hide under a rock or I'd stay away.
You wouldn't think it was kind of cool if they could talk?
No, you're appealing to my elitism now.
Yeah.
And
this is how I get you.
I don't want to talk to dumb people, so.
But a dragon. What if a dragon can tell you all about the experience?
I don't care. You're a dummy. No.
What about super smart dinosaur, but you don't know when he's going to eat you? Great conversationalist.
Well, you've already set up the fact that he's going to eat me.
He might not. He might or he might not.
Okay.
But he's a great conversationalist. Or she.
Okay, yeah, thank you. What are we going to talk about? Like fun documentary?
Whatever you want to talk about. Making a murderer.
Okay.
It's you and a velociraptor talking about making a murderer.
I'd tolerate that, yeah.
But at any point, this dinosaur could eat you.
Mm-hmm.
Worth it?
Yeah, if we're having like fun muddled drinks and hanging out, I'd be into it. It's worth it. Worth it. What next question?
All right. Okay, back to dragons? Sure.
There's dinosaurs.
What if a dragon were running for public office?
What? What part?
Okay, Taz. Hold on a second. You think
Like
you're gonna get me?
Parks Board?
You think you're gonna get me? But I'm gonna get you.
Okay.
This dragon is running for like some sort of ministership or something, right? Is that a thing you can run for?
Is that religious?
I don't fucking know. What do you have up here?
A minister?
Don't you have ministers? You have a prime minister.
Yeah.
Is that the only minister in the country?
There's New Westminster.
You go sit down.
All right.
Taz Van Rassel, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, this guy like rose up out of the crowd with his camera. That was terrifying. Ladies and gentlemen, are you okay? We're going to take a break. When we return, we will meet our special guest for this evening. All of that and nothing else when Spontaneanation returns.
Today's episode of Spontaneanation is sponsored by CISO. CISO, the all-comedy ad streaming TV service made for the serious comedy nerd, not the casual comedy nerd. If you're a comedy nerd that just dabbles in comedy, you should turn in your comedy nerd credentials.
Go to that office right now. I'm only talking to serious comedy nerds. Listen, SCNs, they know what it means. Do you love Community? Do you love Rick and Morty? Do you love both of them or just one of them? In any eventuality, you have to watch CISO's new original series called Harmon Quest. I have appeared on this show. I had a lot of fun doing it. And then when I saw the finished product, I was really impressed with the way they did this show. It seems like it shouldn't be as good as it is. Like, it's a lot of elements. So you're like, how are they going to do that? Well is the answer. They're going to do it well, and they did it well. Here's what the show is. It's a comedic improv / animated / live action journey into the hilarious world of fantasy role-playing with Dan Harmon and his comedy companions. The people sit around playing a role-playing board game, and actually it's good. You would think that that would be very dry and tedious, but we play the game, and then they animate the adventure. It's cut back and forth. It's a lot of fun. It's so much fun. It's such a good vibe. It stars Dan Harmon, Spencer Crittenden, Aaron McGathy, and Jeff B. Davis. Dan, of course, is the creator of Community, created Rick and Morty, created Harmontown, and this is his latest creation, Harmon Quest. It is really like nothing else you will see on TV, streaming, or otherwise. What happens is Dan and his pals embark on this adventure, and there's different guest stars each week and the regular people playing regular characters. Dan plays Fondue Zubag. Jeff Davis plays Bone Weevil. And Aaron plays Buer O'Shift. There are 3 main adventurers. They find themselves stumbling through mystical lands and treacherous monster-filled caves in their quest to defeat the evil heralds of the Manticore. Now, each episode features a new celebrity comedian who joins the heroic quest playing a different character. Chelsea Peretti, Kumail Nanjiani, Matt Gorley, Steve Agee, all these great people. Thomas Middleditch, so many fun people playing these games. You can watch every episode of Harmon Quest on CISO right now. All the episodes are up. Go to CISO.com, use promo code HarmonQuest to get 2 months free. So you get a free trial for signing up. Then on top of that, an extra free month with the code HarmonQuest. Guys, they're making this such a good deal for you that I feel that you must be visited by 3 ghosts if you don't try this to show you the true meaning of CISO. CISO is stacked with new original comedies, classic series, loads of stand-up specials. You gotta check out all the content on CISO. Guys, please make me this dear promise that you will. I love you. Harmon Quest, watch it. I'm on it. Goodbye. Till next thing. Guys, you've heard me talk about Blue Apron before, but did you really listen? Hearing and listening are 2 different things, and I forget which one is the superior one. I think hearing. I think that's where you say, I heard you, not just I listened to you. Because listening is like, do your thing, and I'm like, I'm aware that the noise is coming into my ears, but I'm not taking it in. Don't do that with this, guys. I'm trying to tell you about something that's going to help you. God damn it. Blue Apron's mission is to make incredible home cooking accessible to everyone, even you, the least of my brothers. This was all in the Bible. Jesus talked about Blue Apron. Blue Apron achieves this by supporting a more sustainable food system, setting the highest standards for ingredients, and building a community of home chefs, which I think should be pronounced chefs. Blue Apron has established partnerships. Blue Apron has established partnerships with over 150 local farms, fisheries, and ranchers across the United States, including Savannah, Georgia. Do not quote me on that. As a result, seafood is sourced sustainably under standards developed in partnership with the Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch. They sound very official, and I hope they have cool uniforms. Beef is raised humanely. Chickens are free range. Pork is raised naturally. There is regenerative farming practices that are used for produce. Blue Apron can be delivered to 99% of the continental U.S. and 99.5% of food deserts. Sounds scary. Because Blue Apron ships the exact amount of each ingredient required for a recipe, they're reducing food waste. Cooking together builds strong family bonds, like your terrible family where everyone hates each other. What are you, 6 feet under? Learn how to cook together.
Research shows that Blue Apron families cook nearly 3 times more often. Those who spend a lot of time eating out or at high-end grocery chains can now spend under $10 per person. They don't spend a lot of time eating out. They spend a lot of money eating out. And they also spend a lot of money at high-end grocery chains. Look, I'm reading this ad hungry, so this is a huge mistake. It's a bad idea to read an ad all about food when you're starving. Those who spend a lot eating out or at high-end grocery chains can now spend under $10 per person for a healthy and delicious meal. Sometimes you can spend on a healthy meal, sometimes on a delicious meal, not always both. This is the perfect marriage of healthy and delicious. Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Not all ingredients are created equal. Why would they be? They're different things. Fresh, high-quality ingredients taste better and are better for you, so it's important to know where your food comes from. Now, this is great because I've done cooking with Blue Apron. I'm not a cook. They make it as easy as possible. And then at the end, you eat this meal that feels like someone else cooked it for you. That's how good and healthy it feels. So that's not bad. If I can do it, you can do it. For less than $10 per meal, Blue Apron delivers seasonal recipes along with pre-portioned ingredients to make delicious home-cooked meals. They know that when you cook with incredible ingredients, you make incredible meals, so they set the highest quality standards for their community of artisanal suppliers, family-run farms, fisheries, and ranchers. Whether it's Japanese ramen noodles, wild-caught Alaskan salmon, or heirloom tomatoes, Blue Apron is bringing you the best. Guys, these are the things you need to know. Some of the meals that are available in August include spiced pork burgers with goat cheese and cucumber corn salad. My mouth's starting to water. This is mortifying. Summer vegetables and quinoa bowl with fairy tale eggplants. I've never even heard of those. Guys, you're going to chop up an eggplant that might grant you a wish. Shishito peppers and corn. Chicken tinga tacos with summer squash and tomato salsa. That sounds great. Check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/PFT. That's the promo code. You will love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. So don't wait. That's blueapron.com/PFT. Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
And we're back. This person went to the trouble of jumping up and down. Welcome back to Spontaneanation, people who never went anywhere. It is now time to introduce our special guest. Now, this is a themed show because everyone, turn off your fucking phone, dude. Come on. I can see it. Looks like you're telling a ghost story back there. This is a bit of a themed show because all of these gentlemen that you've met so far, they're members of the Sunday service. And so is our guest this evening. Please welcome to the stage, Kaitlyn Howden. Please have a microphone and a jar. Kaitlyn, thank you for being here. Sorry, I have to check my timer.
Oh my God, how fun is this?
How fun is this? It's all the way fun is how fun it is. Kaitlyn, thank you for being here.
Thanks for asking me to be your guest.
It's my pleasure. Oh, where's my goddamn book? Where'd I put it?
Oh, it's upstairs.
Is it upstairs? Would one of you be a dear?
Boys.
Oh, thank you, Ryan.
Boys, fetch the book, boys.
Oh, he's so good. You know, you don't have to ask him. He'll do it.
Paul, they're all so good and so obedient.
Aren't they good and obedient?
So obedient and so good.
Now, you've been with the group, you said, for 5 years?
Yes, I'm the newest member of the group.
And it's a 10-year-old group.
Yeah.
And are there people that used to be in it that aren't anymore? Is that a terrible question to ask?
No. There have people who were in it, and then they've moved or
life changes.
They just weren't able to get the LPMs, the laughs per minute.
Sure. Thank you, darling.
You gotta have those LPMs here at the Sunday service. We count on those, banking on the LPMs.
Now, this is an industry term, a term of art. It's laughs per minute.
LPM.
Okay, stop saying LPM.
Sorry.
Kaitlyn, I have a question for you in 1 second because I also only have 2 hands. This is difficult.
Do you want me to hold your microphone while you open up a brown book with a brown pen?
No. I think I've got it.
Okay.
I've got it. All right. Here's my question for you, submitted by our previous episode's guest. Are you curious as to the identity of our previous guest?
Who was the guest of your previous?
If you really want to know, I would direct you and our listeners to the Spontanea Nation archives at howl.fm. Hours of listening pleasure await you. Kaitlyn, the question goes like this.
Okay.
What was the singular childhood trauma that has defined you as an artist? That's a bit on the heavy side.
Wow. Well, okay. This is gonna get fun for you, and then bad for me. So I was born and raised in a small Inuit village in the most northern tip of Quebec. Taz,
Oh my
can you
God,
shut
Taz.
up?
Taz, God damn it. I gave the bottle lecture. How dare you?
So I was born and raised in a small Inuit village.
Now, this seems unusual because
I'm not.
you're
Inuit.
not an Inuit person.
No.
And you said it was a small village,
Yes.
so it seems like it's even more unlikely.
Yeah, my parents are teachers.
Mm-hmm.
They were teachers, and they still are teachers.
What do they teach?
I mean, how to be right all the time, to me.
Burn! Oh, you burnt, parents!
Take that, Jill and Jamie. No, so we lived up north, and everyone drove a skidoo. And there were jerry cans.
Say what a skidoo is, because not everyone's from here that's listening to this.
A skidoo is like a forerunner, but without the wheels. It's just a giant caterpillar track, so you can. It's like a forerunner for the snow.
Right.
Right? So you can go around the snow in the hills, and there would be a box attached to the back of the skidoo, and that's where I went. Just their firstborn. Put her in the box.
What? Box? What are you talking about?
It's just a box my dad made that he attached to the back of a skidoo. But that's not the thing that scarred me. And so there were jerry cans all around town. And
What?
Jerry cans?
I don't understand anything that you're saying.
A jerry can is like those tiny gas cans. They're yellow and they have a little red spout. And you see like crappy dads walking down the highway with one. Just be like, oh, I ran out of gas again. Jesus Christ.
Because his skidoo ran out of gas.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I love to pretend to fill up people's skidoos with pretend gasoline.
Sure.
Right? As the one white girl would do. And they called me Hadluna, which means in inuit, strange white girl. But that's not the scarring part. So I would go and fill up people's skidoos with this jerry can, gas can.
But it was empty, right?
It was empty, but it was just empty. It wasn't that there wasn't ever gasoline in it.
Right.
It's just at the time there wasn't.
Right.
And I had a bit of an oral fixation. And I would just chew on that gas can and walk around town. And it stunk so bad of gasoline that my parents wouldn't let me bring it in the house. But I could chew on that thing for days. That's very true.
Now, they saw you chew on this thing?
Oh, yeah. My dad used to play a game called, it's just called Throw the Kid. When the river would freeze over, we'd clear the snow, and if you got in a ball on your back and tucked your knees in real tight, he'd take you by your feet and spin you down the river.
But now, was he throwing you, or was he was he launching you?
Yeah, and like maybe Halingo would be down there to pick me up.
Who?
Halingo, he was like one of the Boy Scouts that my dad, worked with. My dad started the Boy Scouts up there, which just meant that a lot of loose boys were always hanging around our house.
Loose boy.
Just a bunch of loose scouts.
Was your dad affiliated with the actual Scouts organization?
Yes, my mom was a Girl Guide leader and my dad was a Scout leader, so I was a Girl Guide for far too long.
So as adults, they were both involved in scouting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so, when they would see you chewing on this gas can, I mean, did anybody ever say, "Don't do that"?
I mean, I think they had bigger problems on their hands. I think that wasn't the worst thing, it was more just like, don't lose her.
Yeah.
Make sure the ice is fully frozen.
I think for a lot of young parents, like, they're surprised when they find out keeping their children from ingesting gasoline is not the biggest problem. So do you think of that as the trauma?
Well, I just think of it as like something that I love doing that now in hindsight was very bad. And I can't help but wonder, like, this funny little nose twitch that I have, is that why? You know, if I do this with my nose a lot, it's like, is there gasoline in my brain?
Maybe you have magical powers like Bewitched.
That'd be cool.
But did you ever suffer did you feel any ill effects at the time? Like, was there any sort of consequences of you chewing on this gasoline-soaked can?
No, I remember it was a very wonderful childhood. I would just eat like bowls of mussels and like there'd be a caribou on the doorstep and then we'd have caribou for dinner. A lot of gray meat was in my childhood, like a lot of like rough meat. Like, no one ever fattens up a caribou and then is like, perfect, let's eat it now.
Like, just tie it up in the backyard.
Found it, kill it, eat it, come on.
I just found out today from some mutual friend of ours that you can buy squirrel food.
What do you mean, made of squirrel or for the squirrels?
For the squirrels.
Oh.
I guess I never thought of squirrel food as being made of squirrels. I hope that's not what they're feeding to squirrels. But I always thought of squirrels as just, like, hey, they're on their own. Like,
totally.
Yeah.
And they seem to do very well.
They're thriving, if you ask me.
They're fine.
They're all over the place.
How do you feel when you see people feeding pigeons in a park? Or like feeding rodents?
People under 70?
Yeah.
I think it's weird.
Right. People
But if
over
you're an
70?
old person, sure. Why not feel some sense of power?
You're such a good man. You're such a nice person, Paul.
I guess I could see, I don't know why that as an old person activity, it made perfect sense to me that old people would be like, this is great. I'm going to throw some bread and watch these pigeons
For
just
hours.
like bob their dumbass heads on the asphalt.
You know what?
For hours?
For hours. I feel like I've seen a guy outside a SkyTrain station just feeding pigeons for hours. Like he'll finish one loaf and be like, sorry boys, that's the last of it. Psych. And then pulls out a full French loaf. What? Got another loaf. He just got like baguettes, like swords. Bing!
Did you ever have pets as a child?
Yes, exclusively Old English sheepdogs. You know they're the big gray and white dogs?
Oh, I know exactly what they are.
With no tail.
One time I was trying to reference that dog.
Yeah.
And I could not think of the term sheepdog, and I said Shaggy DA.
What?
There was a movie when I was a child where it was a sort of like a werewolf story, except this guy turned into a sheepdog. And there was a series of these films, and I think the first one was the Shaggy Dog. The second one, I think, was the Shaggy DA. It was a district attorney who had this affliction. It was some sort of curse.
Well, here's the thing about sheepdogs. They're not very smart. Raffi used to get stuck in the corner all the time.
Get stuck in the corner?
Yeah, Raffi, would go into the corner, and then she'd be like, well, how do you get out of this one?
Like, this is my life now.
And you'd have to go, Raffi, come. That wouldn't work. So you just have to actually turn her around, and then she would be so happy. Like, I'm back.
I don't know everything about dog breeds, but I think this dog had a problem.
Yeah, maybe. Our first dog, Josh, the old sheepdog.
Josh?
Yeah, it went Josh, Raffi, then Abby. So Josh died.
Abby is even weirder than Josh.
No, they're not great dog names, but I mean, I was chewing on a gas can. Again, my parents had bigger issues.
I feel like everyone was chewing on gas cans.
Man, well, it's funny because Josh got hit by a drunk skidoo driver. Yep, and then we had to get our neighbor, Frankie Ikey, to shoot it.
Who? Frankie Ikey?
Frankie Ikey had to shoot Josh. You know what? Maybe in hindsight, that was the moment that scarred me the most.
Kaitlyn, Howden, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a break. When we come back during the break, we will procure a location for our improv from Kaitlyn. And when we come back, we will do that improv. Stick around wherever you are in the world. Yeah.
Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins is brought to you by Lisa. Lisa. Did I ever tell you the story of Lisa? Well, it goes a little something like this. Once upon a time, there was a mattress company that looked around and said, people are going into mattress stores and being humiliated by the salespeople. They are lying down on a mattress and having the salespeople say, you look stupid when you're asleep. That shouldn't be allowed. But somehow they're legally allowed to do that, to say you look stupid when you sleep. And is there anything worse than that? Because of course you're going to bed and you're having self-conscious dreams. Everyone's been through this. So Lisa said, no more. This cannot stand. We're going to create a luxury mattress ordered completely online that ships for free to people's doorsteps, compressed in a box the size of a mini fridge. And it's like they said it all before they knew what they were saying. And then they realized, well, we got to make good on what we said. All those details we have to make come true. And up to that point, there was no such thing as a box smaller than a mini fridge. It was unheard of. People, like the worst, this helped out the box industry too, because people were like proposing to their girlfriend with a engagement ring inside a box slightly larger than a mini fridge. Oh, she saw it coming a mile away. She wasn't surprised. Lisa's 10-inch mattress comes in all sizes, and it is crafted with 3 unique foam layers. No letters. There's no foam letters involved. You're not going to take a Lisa mattress to the ball game to say the words "we are number one" spelled out in foam. 3 unique foam layers, including 2 inches of memory foam and 2 inches of a really cool latex-like foam called Avena, trademarked, that's perforated to keep you as cool as the other side of what? The pillow, my friend. The Lisa mattress is 100% made in the USA and ships for free to anywhere in the USA and that old devil Canada. Lisa gives you 100 nights to try your mattress risk-free, and for every 10 they sell, they donate 1 to a shelter. That is nice. Go to leesa.com/PFT and enter promo code PFT at checkout to get $75 off. Lisa, they changed the box industry. Donor shoutouts. Yeah, that's right. Some people sent some money to the show, to Earwolf in Spontaneanation's name, to express their appreciation, to let us keep going. And it is much appreciated by me. And I'm going to keep going, reading some names. Thank you to Gray Donph, Donph. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. I hope it's not Donph. Gray, thank you for your $100 donation. It is greatly appreciated, and I give it a fancy pronunciation to show how greatly it is appreciated. Second one for free. Thank you for your $100 donation. The $100 is a lot of money. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a billionaire. $100 is part of your billions. You'd miss it if it was gone, you miser. Sleep on a bag of money. Oh, I bet that's comfortable. Thank you also to Matthew Anderson for donating $200. Do you remember how I said $100 is a lot of money? This is twice that. I did the math. Thank you, Matthew Anderson. I hope that's not a generic sounding pseudonym and that we're getting money from white supremacist groups. God, I would hate that. I would hate it if David Duke was sending me money. David Duke is a good name, and it's a shame it's wasted on a guy who was in the fucking Klan. Change your name, David Duke. Change it to I Love Whiteman. And that's, of course, what you call someone from the Isle of Wight. An Isle of Whiteman. Thank you, Matthew Anderson. Thank you, Gray Donph, for
contributing money to Earwolf to keep this show going. You didn't have to do that, and it was nice that you did. It's as simple as that, folks. They didn't have to do it, but it was nice that they did. There's a lesson there for all of us. It's a shame that it involves money.
Welcome back! Gentlemen, welcome back to the show. We have procured our location from Kaitlyn Howden. We are going to do our improv just so you know. In order to aid us in our storytelling, we use 3 sound effects that move us about in time. Let's say we're in one place, we want to go to some other place at the exact same time. These are scenes that are happening concurrent to each other. You will hear this cut to sound effect. It's a meanwhile, if you will, right? Let's say someone's having a memory, or we're learning how something came to be. We want to go back in time. You will hear this flashback sound effect. Right? A classic harp glissando. Now, let's say we wish to return from the flashback to the present, or to go into the mysterious future. You will hear this flash forward sound effect. It's fucking mysterious like the fucking future. All right, now it's time to reveal our location. It's provided to us by Kaitlyn Howden. That location is fanfare for location. Summer camp. Summer camp. Cool. Clap for the idea of summer camp. We take you now to summer camp.
You're gonna be just fine. Sorry, I didn't know we were on a bus when it's like that. But I'm not gonna be there, of course. I gotta take the bus back. But Jeremy, I believe in you. It's gonna be a big summer for you. It's the first time away.
I don't want to do this.
I know you don't, but I don't care. I mean, I do care.
You're pawning me off, Father.
I'm not pawning you off. I want you to grow as a boy and a man one day.
What about what I want?
What you want is so incredibly crude. So where do you want to go for your birthday?
Wall Street.
You know we're Marxists in our house. And you bring up Wall Street one more time, I'm gonna Engels your Marx. So bad. You know what that means. Oh, we're here. Ding. We took public transit, obviously. Go, meet your new friends. And remember, Daddy loves you. And the proletariat of...
All right, Terry. Here, Diane. Hey,
Terry, Diane.
you're Terry, Diane.
No, I'm Terry. I'm Diane.
I'm bunking you two together and nobody else. You okay?
Yeah.
I'll tell you where the first date is, because you're going to be going there a lot. I just know.
No, that's not true, because if ever I'm wounded, Terry will fix me.
What if Terry's dead?
You shut up.
You're dead. Welcome to Terry's funeral. I didn't know him personally, but the minister of this church had incumbent on me to invite his best friend in the whole world, Diane, whom he spent many, many summers with at a summer camp.
Can I talk for a second?
Who the fuck are you? I'm sorry to swear, but no one should approach a minister from behind. I didn't go to 7 years of minister school for this, but I'll allow it.
Hey, everyone. I ran the Camp Tall Tree out in Squam. Just want to say I saw this coming, and it's a dark day for you.
Yeah, right. Terry's gonna be fine for the rest of his life, and so am I.
Yeah, I'm never gonna die.
Well, if you do. Wow, you are ripped.
Thanks. That's how I know.
Oh, here we go.
How's the orientation going?
It's good. I've gotten through 2 kids.
Under my breath, I'm drinking gasoline.
This is the president of the camp.
Please remain seated.
He has a full real name, but he insists on calling him Jazz.
You can call me Jeff. Ronnie.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good, Jazz. How are you?
I'm full of gasoline.
Hey, why don't you take a break there, put that down, and have some oatmeal. Our chef is great here.
This is our first summer here at this camp. Terry's mom and my mom are together. It's a hard. We don't understand.
Yes, looks like tall trees have the orientation again. Looks like another collection of losers, just like last summer. No doubt we'll beat them in whatever contest.
How does their chef look?
The chef? Well, I've not seen their chef yet, but my binoculars can only see...
Did your men get to the oatmeal?
Which men are you talking about?
Your boy.
Oh, my boy!
Your boy.
No, they did not get to the
The boys have done
Well, let me...
fine camp.
Your rattlesnakes are ready.
Oh, wait, enough! Sorry. We are Satanist camp.
Dog pine, drink the blood of snakes.
Listen, Ronnie.
Yeah, what's up? You all right?
That snooty Satanist camp across the lake.
I know.
I hate this so much.
They painted everything black.
I don't feel great.
I know you don't, because even when you're sobering up, you still drank a ton of gasoline.
I really did.
Yeah, it's a different hangover for sure. You're not a car. You're a human man.
Yeah.
And it's definitely gonna kill you very fast.
Listen, Ronnie.
Oh God, your
gotta-
skin is incredibly dry.
We gotta beat that snooty camp at all the camp activities.
But they have so much cool devil money.
All right, you two. Maybe a little bit of something to eat. Yeah?
Chef Pierre.
Hi, Chef Pierre.
Hola.
What's in that pot? Oh my God, tomatoes, potatoes, what is it?
It's not a pie. It's spaghetti.
Potato spaghetti.
Pierre. Can you put a little gasoline in there?
Jazz, you know I can't.
It's for everyone, Jazz.
Everyone's gonna eat this. You know, I was thinking about the serpent, the camp across the way.
The Satanist camp.
Satanist camp?
You'd think it would be dark pine, we drink the blood of a serpentine. You know?
Right. What do they say?
Just snake. They just said dark pine, we drink the blood of a snake.
I think it's more of a necessity because their side of the lake has all the snakes on it.
Excuse me, is that the spaghetti?
Yes, it is.
Let us see it for like a second.
Did you just want to see the spaghetti?
Who's this? Someone new?
Are you new?
Yes, I'm Jeff Can Get a Tan.
Jeff can get it, sir?
Yes, my skin can totally get a tan.
Jeff, what's wrong with your wrists and fingers?
You see like 2 spiders at the end of your arm.
Yeah. Got like 10 waterfalls coming out of 2 big waterfalls.
Two thunderclouds with lightning shooting out.
Yeah. So like 2 horses with 1 too many leg each.
Maybe like 4 giraffes fused together as two double giraffes.
Yeah. Or two giraffes snorting cocaine off the ground.
Okay, enough. I grew up working in a massage parlor. That's
Terrifying.
Well, Jeffrey, every student's allowed to hold a bowl, so, and by student I mean camper, but student of life, because here at the camp we're all learning all the time.
We are.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good spaghetti.
Oh, thank you, it's potato and sauce.
I love potato spaghetti.
Excuse me, gotta go get my bass tan on.
Owl, bear, I hate this place already. Cabin 37, I guess this is me. Hello, I'm Jeremy. I'd rather be at capitalist camp. Who are you? Oh, no one's here. Oh.
What are you doing here? I'm supposed to have this bunk all by myself. Hi, I'm Diane. Nice to meet you. Shake my hand. Go on, shake it. Shake it.
I'm Jeremy. I only shake when I'm making a deal.
Okay.
We just made a deal. You won't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you.
All right. Cool. I'm sharing this bunk with my best friend, Terry. You're gonna love it. We're gonna have the summer of our lives. Are you so excited?
Are you sharing a bunk?
We were gonna share a bed in a bunk. We like having a one bed free.
Who's this guy?
He's the new guy. I think we're sharing a bunk with him.
All right, cool.
I'm Jeremy.
Seems like they're letting children choose where they sleep. Color doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to matter.
But what of the porridge?
I don't know. All was discussed with spaghetti. I sent my best boy over and he...
2 goblets? It's rattlesnake blood.
We've already had our fill, but fine.
Well, there's a lot I've killed for the day, so drink up, boys!
Let's spit it into each other's mouths.
Let's not.
Please do.
Spit the blood. Come on, spit the blood.
What are you gonna do after college?
Oh, I am gonna go out and get a cabin in the woods and
Hey,
Whoa!
what'd you see out there?
Those two teens are just drinking lots of blood. They almost spat it on each other. That was gonna be cool.
Oh, the Satan teens.
Yeah, they're Satan teens.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish we had more of a life together.
You and me?
Yeah, we spy on the teens.
Shelby, come on.
That's only a few months out of the year. The rest of the time, I find myself just trapped in the corner.
Well, Shelby, that's because you won't play my man versus man hunting game I like to do. Haven't you seen The Edge?
That movie?
Yeah, with
Jaws with claws? That's what they call it.
I don't know, I think Antonio Banderas and Anthony Hopkins were in it.
Oh, Alec Baldwin and Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins and Antonio Banderas did do a...
Antonio Banderas?
My tuberculosis is kicking in.
You've been out in the forest too long.
I have.
Banderas.
Banderas. So I was just out there with just my poncho on. Probably not enough because of the rain.
You want a wet peach?
I'd love one.
Got this soaking wet barrel full of wet peaches.
Oh, that's nice and damp.
But crisp once you get to it. You know, I like the little juice soul patch that happens when you bite into a wet peach.
They're here again.
Shit.
Act normal, act
Okay.
normal.
Can you hold my peach? Hello?
Have you considered the offer?
No!
So I need to remind you that you will have a great windfall of money to use to buy all the wet peaches you like.
Would you excuse us for just 1 second? Hold these sure.
I'll just turn around.
He's offering us a lot of money, and think of all the wet peaches we could have. What kind of a life is this for us anyway?
It's been getting a little boring, I agree. But what are we gonna do with all that cash? I'm just gonna spend it on dumb things like tulips, fake tulips, and big coins. I'm not good with money.
You're not good with money.
No. Last time I made a large sum of money, I threw it all into a mall fountain.
That's my day at the mall.
Yeah. And no one even saw it. This one guy who checked his phone was very unimpressed.
When you told me you were going to do that, I thought it was an empty threat.
All right, you know what? Let's sell the place.
What if we could start a whole new life?
That sounds good, but you gotta do the books, because it's up to me. It's ending up in a wet fountain.
I don't. We'll go someplace super dry, where there's no fountains at all.
The Southwest.
The American Southwest.
I hear Tucson's nice, and Phoenix. Those are the only two places.
What else do we need?
Nothing.
All right, we'll tell her we'll accept the offer.
Here we go. Hello, sir.
Hi, I lost her peaches.
How dare you! You get off our property, you son of a bitch!
Really?
Loser married speeches. We'll never sell this property. Not for any amount of money.
Oh, fine. Then you just wait as we develop all around you.
You do it and you'll be sorry.
Probably not, though.
Hi, I'm from the condo right next to you.
Yes.
Could you stop being so fucking weird? Could you?
Making potatoes and sauce, making stuff in a potato. Whatever goes in the bowl. That tastes funny. Strange.
Hello, I was assigned to kitchen duty.
Oh, hello, I'm Chef Pierre. Nice to meet you.
I'm Jeremy.
Oh, hello, Jeremy. I'm Chef Pierre. Nice to meet you. You should shake someone's hand when you meet them, Jeremy.
What are you offering?
How about a spoonful of wet sauce?
I agree.
Oh, very good, very good. Well, Jeremy, we've got to feed a lot of kids, okay? You know, we've got to feed a lot of kids, got to put a lot of food in the bellies. And then,
What's our overhead?
just a roof. It's just a roof overhead. Standard thatched roof, built in 19...
How much per child?
A scoop. Just one scoop per kid is what we try and...
We could cut that, and we could flip it.
Well, Jeremy, we do have pancakes on Saturdays, if that's what you're talking about. Flipping, high five. Jeremy, you're a particular boy, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't want to be here, you don't want me here, but I'm here.
Hey,
And
that's
I'm gonna make us some money.
No, Jeremy, summer camp is about fun. It's about remembering to play and how to play and when to play and where to play. You know, it's about living out times that you can look back on and go, they weren't that great and the journals are embarrassing.
Profit. Playing right outside. Fortunately, it turned. I'm working on it, I'm working on it.
What was in this sauce that you tried?
You gave it to me.
I know, but you're acting all funny after having just a little tasty tip.
One shitty acronym and you're accusing me of things. I'll be in the woods.
Different. Jeremy, now that's the spirit. Go play in the woods.
work. Could it be that you're no goods?
I'm Jeremy.
A child with such riches obsessed.
Do you have the gout, sir?
Got a bad back. It's not good. This is about as tall as I get. I used to be 7'1". Why do you wander these woods, child?
Ah, behind you, it's the bear.
I know.
Hey, Miss Fred.
Hi there, how are you?
Ooh, looking good.
Here's an owl.
I don't know, I drank the sauce and something overcame me. I came straight out to the woods. I just ran.
Of what sauce do you speak, human boy?
It was some sort of a tomato sauce. I'm not really sure, it was just fed to me.
This sounds like the mortal world's work. Potato, tomato. We care not for that in these woods. We need not money, we need not potato, tomato.
What, you mean you just own the land without...
Foolish, no. Believe me, I get the impulse, I get it.
He was going to kill me.
He was.
You stopped him.
I did.
Why?
Because you have much to learn. No one owns the land. We live here and we feast upon its bounty because the land belongs to all.
The land belongs to us.
They're repeating what I said, but
Okay.
that's not bad for a bear. That's pretty amazing.
Smells dreadful. He talks about it.
But how do you have a hierarchy? How do you decide who's better than each other?
That time I almost let you do it. I was real close. Oh boy, this guy.
Who owns this tree?
You do, and it owns you.
Oh, good. I'd like to sell it.
No, you're misunderstanding. No one can own a tree. A tree belongs to all. You're not getting this.
No, I am.
You are?
I'm a bit. Seems too soon to get it fully, so I'm going to wait a bit.
Okay. You feel like...
I think we should probably move it.
Oh, listen. Get it
Oh.
now. You got it now?
Everything belongs to everyone. We all are the owners of this land, and we share it equally. No one is hierarchical. Even if you have bigger claws, I may have a bigger brain, or you may have a bigger sash, or you may have more opportunity.
Why do you think the owl has more opportunity? Thank you, my
It's got a rat. That's opportunity if I've seen it.
Exactly.
Bear, use your eyes, Bear.
Now,
Thank you.
now that you see the way of the world, we need you to help us.
So, just explain the whole thing. You want me to go back to the camp,
Yes.
and you want me to
Sounds like you're explaining, but...
infiltrate the whole camp?
The other camp is evil and must be destroyed.
Dark Pines, I've heard of them.
Yes.
Killing our friends, the rattlesnake.
Do you want me to get the camp that I'm at to kill the other camp?
Yes, murder them.
Murder! I understand that business.
All right, Terry, this is your last bowl of potato tomato, okay?
I can't get enough. It's so good, Chef Pierre.
Oh, Terry, my God, first date, and I've already found a favorite, haven't I? I'm gonna kiss ya in my mind.
Who says you haven't already?
Oh,
in my
Terry,
mind?
what?
Oh,
Is it so good?
it is so good.
I hear you're never gonna die.
I know.
Hey, also sick base tan, Terry.
Oh, thanks. I'd love to lay out.
Yeah.
Terry, Pierre, Terry's still alive. Good.
Well, of course he's alive. I'm keeping him well nourished.
With that potato tomato?
Potato tomato.
Good gasoline.
Oh, Jess. Jess. You're not allowed to be in the dining hall. There's too big of a puke risk. You know what? I've been wondering this whole time how Jazz got his nickname. So You ready to go on or what?
Just about.
Okay, I'll go get your signature drink.
Listen, I need you to do me a favor.
Sure, I'm your manager. I can do anything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate your faith in me. I've never played jazz music before in my life.
Doesn't matter, I don't think, near as I can tell.
I know, I trust you, but I'm really nervous. For my signature drink, could you kind of spice it up a little bit? Maybe put a little something extra in there.
Rattlesnake blood. I'm on it.
No, I was thinking...
Looking for something to spice it up? Oh, yeah. Sorry, there's this guy.
Hey, Sticks. Sticks, right?
Yeah.
Now listen, all the usual stuff isn't working.
Too weak, I got you.
Yeah. So I need something a little extra kick to it.
You went to go run track and you get there and you find out it's a padded field.
That's exactly right.
You want to rock those bones on raw cement.
This is what I'm talking about, Sticks.
All right, gasoline.
Oh, gasoline is the answer.
Like, that goes into cars?
Yeah, buddy. Consider yourself half man, half car.
I'm gonna go out there and do jazz. Bottoms up.
5 minutes?
Hey.
Nope, right now.
We've been on stage this whole time.
What?
Shit.
Ski bop burrito douche.
Just to be clear, he just always drank gasoline. Was always.
Terry doesn't feel good.
Terry, what's wrong? It's not my cooking. It's not my cooking. My cooking is fine.
Terry, what's the matter, son? I think I might be dying.
Don't you dare!
I think I might be dying.
Don't you dare! You said you never would.
Tell Diana I ran away. Tell Diana I ran away and I never owned her.
Diane.
What?
Can you wield a weapon? I'm building a child army. Are you in?
Okay.
Great.
Of course. Is it a game? Is it like war?
No, we have to kill the other kid.
Yeah, they're gonna die. Yeah, for sure, man. They're going down, dead down.
Yes.
What? Are you eating a rat?
Yes.
Whoa! Let me find Terry.
No more business, Jeremy. Now it's all function, Jeremy.
Wow, you've changed a lot on the first day at camp.
I learned the meaning of what's right and what needs to be done.
Wow, how long did it take for you to learn that?
Like 20 minutes in the forest.
Yeah.
Jeremy, how long did it take you to learn? Oh, hello. I'm a character you've never met before. But for expediency's sake, I've just decided to insert myself into the scene. I am the leader of the camp you're looking to kill, and I have a Luger trained on.
You may have met me, but I'm not Jeff Good Get-A-Tan. I'm Jeff Gotspilskin.
You remember him from that incredible run about what was wrong with his hands? Well, isn't that guy? They're from Dark Pines.
I can tell. What are we supposed to do, Jeremy? He's got a Luger on you.
That's right, a Luger. It's a pistol. From Nazi Germany. I know what I'm doing. I know too. Well, looks like this is all wrapped up in a pretty little bow.
We've got to save the camp.
We need to get the other children. We need to get a child army. Just pay some respect to me. I'm pointing and fucking done it. Like a little bit would be cool.
Human child. If Satanists a gun do point.
What are you hearing?
I don't know. I need to get closer. This is really burning my biscuits. I'm just...
Sorry. This is hard. I'm doing this from the forest, and you're so far away. If Satanists a gun do point, With rat's blood in eyes you must anoint.
Throw the rat blood in his eyes.
I've cocked my pistol. There's nothing more I can do.
Oh, yeah? Take this.
Cheers.
He shot himself in the head.
Jazz, get in here.
I gotta tell you, I do not think I am long for this world. Kaitlyn is finally getting to me.
Yeah, Jazz, your eyes are... They're no color. There's no color.
Like
Horrifying.
two marbles in there.
You look like the lead bassist from Limp Bizkit.
At least I'm the lead bassist.
And not that backup asshole. Look, you might see that I put all your precious gasoline in a canoe. Why?
Ronnie, no. You're gonna do it?
I'm lighting it on fire and pushing it to the other camp.
Virgin funeral?
Look, we're under attack and we need a leader right now. Not some, flesh car that goes around kind of just walking in, fun times, and then late at night, I see you in the mess hall roof. You're crying. And you're working on a collage and it's very windy and you can't. That's the gasoline. None of that makes sense.
Ronnie, you're right. I want to be useful to the camp. Let me use my gasoline-fueled legs to paddle that canoe out to the other side of the lake, and then you fire that arrow, and you set it all on fire. Me included. Promise me you'll do it.
I will, but you're gonna need a bit of strength.
So fast.
No,
You're not even gonna try to talk me out of it for like 2 seconds. Boy, oh boy.
Wait, are you gonna try and get the gasoline?
No, I wasn't even thinking that. I swear to God I was. I was thinking the right thing for once.
Jess, you're gonna need a bit of strength. You're gonna have to have less gasoline in your mouth, so this is a tube. I'm gonna put it in your mouth, down your throat, and suck some of the gasoline out.
Ronnie!
I'm gonna take a hit.
You're gonna siphon me?
I'm gonna siphon your body. You ready?
Let me get on an angle.
Why did I make that choice?
I thought you were gonna... Why did you?
I spat it and then drank all of it.
Pretty good, right?
It's fucking nice.
Yeah. Ooh, all right.
Push it out.
Let me do this. Ski Bob Marino. Ski Bob the Raw. Ski Bob the Raw. Here I go.
I'm Taz.
So you pretended that you were the leader, when I was the leader all along. A dragon!
Sorry, it's supposed to hit the canoe!
So, need a new toady or something? Give good massage?
We're done for. We're done for.
What am I supposed to do?
The porridge was not poisoned. Something happened with the tomato stew. Well, my lackey is now on fire.
Guess I'm gonna call my mom to pick me up and take me back to the massage parlor. Can you help me dial? I'm just mashing the buttons with my finger.
Yes.
666. Massage.
Satan's touch. How can I help you?
Hey, Mom.
No.
But then the canoe full of gasoline came close, and the arrow did hit this time.
Oh no!
Your summer camp, Jeremy?
It was fine. Dad.
Hi, I'm Ronnie. I have a clipboard.
That's enough.
He's a good kid.
Don't I know it? Makes me think of the Communist Manifesto in that he has many chapters. Father, I want to be more involved in the co-op we live in.
All right. I'll leave you to this. This makes me feel uncomfortable.
I'll be on the bus.
Farewell, human child.
You were real.
Oh, yes.
Jeremy, I didn't believe you when you told me about that weird, ugly, gross guy in the forest.
You know what?
And it all happened in a place called Summer Camp.
This will be available in August. People will be hearing this. I know. What? Tell them about the Sunday service.
We do a show here at the Fox Cabaret every Sunday night at 9 p.m. We're called the Sunday Service, and
we're in Vancouver, BC.
Anything else? Where can people find you online, Kaitlyn, if they wish to find you?
The SundayService.ca, and we have Instagram and Twitter, and we're gonna get Snapchat one day.
Don't do it! Ladies and gentlemen, Eban Schletter. You can find Eban Schletter all the usual places. His name is Eban Schletter. That is EBANSCHLETTER. Seek out Eban Schletter's work in addition to Spontaneanation because Eban Schletter is only the best. Thank you very much to Earwolf for hosting our show. Thank you to the Fox Cabaret for hosting this live episode. Thank you to the Sunday Service for joining us this evening. Thank you to engineer Eric over there. Thank you all for coming out. We hope to see you again. Goodbye forever. Until next week, this is Paul F. Tompkins saying, Semper in Praesenti!
My name is Katie Couric. I love to talk and I love to ask questions. Have you always been a feminazi like me, Rebecca?
Yes, I was born a feminazi.
There is so much coming at us fast and furiously every day, but I don't think anybody's explaining it very well. And that's why I wanted to do this podcast.
Right now in the polls, Hillary beats Donald Trump.
I know, but
hands
polls
down.
schmoles, Esther,
Right.
to go a little deeper than the wrestling match that you currently see on cable television.
It does make you think that what we do here is important to generations beyond us.
So listen, subscribe, and let's help each other figure out what's going on.
This has been an Earwolf production. Executive producers Scott Ackerman, Chris Bannon, and Paul F. Tompkins. For more media and content, go to earwolf.com.